Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Fallon. It's like Jimmy Fallon, but it's my first name. If you are new here, welcome. This is where we go over everything manifestation, journaling, and how to align with your inner code. So we're going to talk about two big things today. The first being Nikola Tesla and the second being the 369 method. First, let's jump into Mr. Tesla. Here is what you need to know. Nikola Tesla came up with some really amazing inventions, including alternating current, which is how electricity runs. He came up with the remote control. He also came up with some pretty crazy experiments, including this death beam and this huge ray that, thank God, they don't actually exist because it would be really crazy. Not only was he an amazing engineer and inventor, he also was obsessed with numbers. Nikola Tesla was the one who said that if you understand the secrets behind 3, 6, and 9, then you will unlock the keys to the universe. Now, Nikola was not the only person to recognize the relationship between these numbers. There were many more before him. However, it's really important to understand why this method is really tied closely with Tesla because he is most vocal about it. All right, so let's dive into number 2 here, which is how to use the 369 method. What you are going to do, step number 1 is get yourself a good journal, like what we talk about on this channel. Get yourself a good journal, whether it's with line pages, grid pages, dot pages, sketch pages, whatever is most appealing for you, get that journal. And here's what we're gonna do with it. You're gonna have 3 affirmations, okay? Maybe the first one looks like having this abundant cash flow come your way. I am so excited that I have $1 million. Maybe the second one is a relationship. I am so grateful that I'm in a loving and caring relationship. Or maybe the third one is for your career. I am so grateful that I have my dream career as an entrepreneur owning my own business. What you are doing with those 3 affirmations is you are going to write them in your journal. Here is the kicker, okay? This is step number, if you have the journal, you create the affirmations and you write them in your journal. This is step number 4. You are going to review these affirmations 6 times per day. Now, why is this important? Because when you are going after anything, whether it's a goal, maybe it's a certain grade on a test, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a job, maybe it's love, maybe whatever it is, a car, whatever it is, it's important that you are in the right alignment for that particular thing that you are looking to call in. Now, what do I mean by alignment? When you are thinking about it all of the time and you're in a really good energetic place, then you are setting yourself up for alignment. I'm gonna go really quickly to an example of going to the gym. When you first start going to the gym, do you immediately turn into that bodybuilder or get really cut and shredded? No. What you do is you put in the reps, and over time, you start to get towards that body. It doesn't happen overnight, right? It's the same idea with manifestation. You have to put in the reps to call in that particular thing because it takes time for you to get that body or to get that relationship or to receive that love or that money or that dream job. When you review 6 times a day, then what you're doing is you're putting yourself in a mental frame of being in more alignment with those things. This brings me to step number 5, which is to review each of those affirmations for 9 seconds. In total, you will be going over those affirmations for 27 seconds each time you review them. It would be 27 times 6 is the total amount during the day that you are going to go over your affirmations, which if I am gonna go onto my calculator right now and figure out for you, it is going to be 162 seconds, which is 2 A little over 2.5 minutes of your day you are spending going over your affirmations. That's it. A little over 2.5 minutes. Now, what does this do? The more time that you spend allocating towards getting yourself into that vibration, the more likely you're going to call that thing in. 2.5 minutes a day to go through these manifestations and start to call in very quickly the things that you are looking to manifest. But why is this so important? Because you are meeting the feeling, you're creating that feeling in yourself for that money, for that relationship, for that dream job or dream car, whatever it is. One thing that people really take for granted is that you just say a code and it happens. No, just no. That's not how it happens. I can give you all of the codes in the world. It doesn't matter how many codes I give you. If you are not in the feeling, the emotion of that thing, you're not going to call it in. If you are desperate, you're not going to call it in. If you are not open to receiving, if there's something blocking your ability to receive, then you're going to continue to block it. So you really need to not use necessarily a code or the 369 method, okay? You need to find a way that's effective for you to call in your manifestation, because that is going to get you to the feeling, and that feeling is going to help you manifest that relationship, that car, that job, whatever it may be. 369 is another method to help you get into the emotional space of that thing. I'm gonna go over an example really quick of me and my current boyfriend, Tommy. I was desperate, like so desperate for a relationship when I was living in Europe. I used to live in the Czech Republic, and so what I did when I was living abroad was I traveled all over Europe, and I went to places like Copenhagen and Berlin and Rome and Barcelona and Portugal, and I went to London, and one trip I went to Ireland, and in Ireland I wound up meeting this guy, and I had a thing with this guy. Little did I know that it was me being desperate to be with a guy. And that was all I thought about all the time. I just wanted to be with a guy. I just wanted to be with a guy. I'm desperate to be in a relationship. I wound up coming home from living abroad later that year, and I still was not in a relationship. I got a job in HR, and I hated it. I hated the way I felt. I was so upset. I was miserable all the time. And so what I did was I got into crew. And because I got into rowing again, I started to feel better. And by feeling better, I wanted to do something for me, which was coaching and personal training. So I left my HR job and I took a job as the club administrator to start coaching and to start training. And from there, I started coaching and training, and I didn't even realize that I was even looking for somebody, because I was just so obsessed with training, and I was so obsessed with getting medals, and I was so obsessed with just coaching and helping others learn how to row. And because I had lost every sense of me wanting to be with a man, what wound up happening was it created space, because I let go of wanting to be with someone so bad from even before, back when I was living in Europe, to that point. Because I let go and because I was no longer desperate, and I was getting myself into a higher vibration by doing activities that I enjoyed, I wound up calling in Tommy. That's how he and I met, through coaching, because I was doing something I enjoyed, and we started talking, and we started bonding, and we went to the same events together, and all of a sudden one night we went hatchet throwing, and we had so much fun, and I wanted to hang out with him more. I wanted to get to know him more. I didn't feel like I knew everything about him, and so that's how it all started. But it would not have started if I was still in that space of I'm desperate for a relationship. All I want is to be with a boy. If I was in that space when I met Tommy, he and I would never be in a relationship right now, because I would be so clingy and and I'd be so desperate that he wouldn't want to be around me. Thank God I wasn't clingy or desperate. Am I right? That is how I got to manifest my relationship, because I let go of the desperation. I let go of me having to be with somebody, and I started to raise my energetic vibration and call in that relationship. So then when somebody who was around, who could fill in that space and who was looking for something similar, then it happened. And that's how it happened. Definitely give it a try, because it is going to help you raise your vibration, because you're focusing on it at all points of the day. When you've given it a try, I want to know down in the comments if you've tried it before. Let me know. I'd love to hear about it down in the comments below. I am going to share with you also the link to my Ninja Notebook, so that if you are looking for a new journal, then you can go right down there and just click on the link below, because the Ninja Notebook's amazing. And I mean, it's literally the most durable notebook for your manifestations. I will put that down below, along with so many resources, because I don't know that the point is hitting home yet that a code is just a code. What gives the code power is your emotion behind it. Getting yourself higher on that emotional spectrum is very, very important. Probably the most important thing. Codes are not the most important thing. Your emotion behind it is. The method is your choice, but the emotion is necessary. So I'm going to leave you with that. And as always, be sure to subscribe and click the bell so that you can see my face, because I know you love it, for when I create new videos and release them. I am so excited. The next video, we are going to be going over a little bit more about numbers and vibrations and frequencies, because the vibrations and the frequencies is really where all of this is at, okay? Like I said before, all the way back in the beginning of the video, if you are interested in a video to go over more of the mathematics behind the 369 method, drop it down in the comments. I don't know that it's necessarily needed, but it is definitely interesting to see how they're all connected for sure. So maybe in the future we'll go over that. I just want to check and see with you guys first if that is definitely necessary. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. This is Fallon, signing off. Bye!